Hello, welcome to Gotta Do Something with Colin. Well, we're stuck down here in the basement. Random Thoughts Day, Fried Out Friday. Looking at everything out there, all the fake Social Security cards, everything else that float around with people's fake identities, how they're really been USA citizens for like years and years, and now everybody, instead of wanting to have something to do with the um, military or anything else, it's like, well, you got all these back and you're never going to prove who your grandfather is. And we've decided now that he's a resource of the United States of America. So, since the name Miller means that you're a lunatic from a very small, isolated area in the middle of Nowhereville, someplace, we can all go out there and get the power of the preppers. This is just absolutely crazy, I have to say. But, gotta do something. So I'll watch the world end here as we go on. And as we keep going on with this and we gotta do something, I'm like, drink some more carbonated water. They're terraforming us anyway. Everybody can be in public. No one can go to church, religious services, or anything else. So we have to get rid of all the drinkers, smokers, and nature people. So after they're all dead, just take Colin's grandpa's name. Then we can all be drunken lawlers and everything else and go out there and become preppers. And everybody can move to California because you can sleep with your daughter now if she's 16. Honestly, this is why I say that there should be amnesty for Mexicans and like people that can be proven as south of the border only in all of this. Simply because I'm going, you wouldn't have taken any of these schemes off of anybody on the border. Not one time out there for any reason. And you wouldn't have let any of them even go out there and be like, I just got here. I killed this one guy. I took all of his stuff and I'm living in his house. I'm white. I'm not white. So can I be on the border patrol and bring my family over? Certainly. No, I'm sorry. That was too bad with Larry Moe and Curly. They were some of the greatest guys out there for it. It's like that was back when America was great, wasn't it? Like before World War One, I think, when they started up. Have you ever wondered if we're being trained to be like gunslingers because we're supposed to be getting rid of the police now and everything else? And we have to maintain like 6 to 12 feet distance between us. Therefore, we can find out who the real judges of the world are, and we can do away with like some of our elections. Uh, Sci-fi. Crazy enough, we do not have declarational law anymore, so nobody's independent from the foreign countries they left when they came over here. So what is with the citizenship test anyway? Same like with the Continental Congress. Just like the Don't Tread on Me has to do with like courts and being unified and everybody in the community and the scales of it represent the individual peoples in it, and then there's the state and the cities and everything else that's of the state, and that's what the line and part of the snake is, and it has nothing to do with going around and shooting people in mass murder or anything else, unless there's that many illegal immigrants and war criminals and people here are illegally colonizing the United States already without armed military uniforms like the CIA supposedly does in banana republics. But again, there's nothing to do with the Mexicans in that one, or anybody south of the border, like the Venezuelan, Hondurans, and they go, you mean the Spanish? It's like, well, they're overseas across the Atlantic. Oh, that's too intellectual. Sorry. Drink more of the fizzy bubbly. That's strong stuff. Yeah, it's Fried Out Friday, so I'm just kind of sitting here just letting it go. Yeah, and the Don't Tread on Me was originally made because of illegal trials and stuff down in Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. And that was when all the British lords would just take anybody out there and be like, I was doing this to you all and taking your stuff because you were supposed to go and do this to him. Because I don't like him. You know, I said that he was a witch. He ate your babies? No, that means that he might. No, no. We're not going to get in there. A lot of the Christian cultures from overseas, back in like the 1200s, if you could kill and sacrifice a person, they were stronger than anybody else. You could rule their area and stuff. I'm sure it's just a transition time back then. Whatever. Yeah, it's like on the other side of the world, Christianity means something absolutely different over here. And it's like freedom of religion. Yeah. Imagine if they were all just people that were being sacrificed over there, and some of those books that were being burned in that eclectic city like uh, Portland. I mean, seriously, who wouldn't have like a just a public trap of like information there for like crazy people to have because they collected the first penny and the stamp and like a piece of string over there in their city museum for like when they started up. You know that's come on. Who didn't know that was there? Oh. Anyway, y'all have to be drinking with long stem glasses because we're all buying it back with Biden. Or biding our time. I would have thought $43.50 would have actually covered everything. Of course, it's not that 3% over there with the Roman Masonic Lodge. But that is why he said that he was going to be everybody's president 100% totally and completely. So I guess it's going to be pushing that freedom of religion and not be one of their, like, Mason slaves underneath them. People do anything to be president. Wait, I just realized I am now a Republican again because I want to have my guns at my house. But statistically, over the time, Republicans have limited more guns than anybody else in the entire area. And John F. Kennedy tried his best to make sure we all got to have grenade launchers and automatic weapons. I'm conflicted again. He told me just to drink some more. I've got a chip in the head that the government gives me so it can tell me what to do. I just go, just drink some more and shut up. Here's the terraforming society and the temperance movement. After all, who's going to be in having all the COVID babies? Christians, extreme religious people, New Branch Davidians, science people that only look at things like Heaven's Gate did. The only people who are out there are smokers, drinkers. Yeah, I'm in the South. I'm going to go with, the smoking one's probably against Native Americans more. I got 5 more years before everything else. At least something, unless that's classified. Yeah, that's classified. Amazing what you found out about classified being next to a major base. Yeah. Anybody got anything with BPA so I can act like it's a woman here or something else? Since it's all just synthetic exoestrogen. I think we'll keep going until our women are made out of plastic, and then they'll just bring everything back instead of like listening to New York go on about how it's the power of pussy. And it's like, you just don't know the power of plastic. Oh. Seriously, there's this one guy, he is so close on my blue neck list that I'm just like, he is just so crazy. But all of us in the South supposedly drinking Coca-Cola are a bunch of cocksuckers because they still use exotestosterone. It proves with everything else from, certain people in political affiliations that every single person was always someone involved in whatever was on the History Channel that I still try to not get involved with anything. I'm not sure why all the white people tell me I gotta go to some other place. I don't get it. I still keep looking for the privilege, but welcome to having, what is it? $5.50, $6 underneath whatever Biden wants us to have. The meth and crack products for making it haven't gone up that much. Can't wait till I get to move into the projects. It's so close to the college campuses. It's like only a mile and a half walking. But they say they got a program in there that's going to make you fat. I dropped a couple of people off and I felt something like it was like a knife in my kidneys. Hope they didn't stab me and clone me and use me for whatever it is at the government places. Yeah, I gained like 40 pounds like in a week. Anyway, wondering if I had lost everybody's attention or anything else because I forgot what I did at the first of this. As I'll say, anything on YouTube is really short attention span people and everything. I probably should go out there and try and hone these skills over at like a comedy club. Be like, and go in there with $100, pay my fee out there for it. And what's that $100 there for? Oh, it's all like penny rolls so that people can chuck them at me. I thought about giving them quarters, but then they just walked off with them. Oh, well, think I'm out of everything on this subject. I really want to go back and try and do something with the states, but I don't think anybody's going to understand that everybody's just got to do something here.